You speak for human rights. You protest for climate. You cry for Ukraine. You post black squares for justice. So tell me, why are you silent now? Why are you not speaking again? Gaza is burning. Children are starving. Hospitals are bombed. And you sit quiet. This is not silence. This is complicity. Today, we expose the truth behind the name that echoes with cruel to Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel's prime minister and arguably one of the most brutal human beings in modern history. Let's walk through facts, law, and faith. Is Netanyahu the worst man in modern history? And why is the world, especially you, silent? Prime Minister of Israel for over 15 years, longest serving in its history. Under his rule, over 60,000 Palestinians killed 2023 to 2025, more than 17,000 children dead. Gaza's homes, hospitals, crops, and schools destroyed. Instead of justice, he promises eternal control over Gaza, West Bank, East Jerusalem. He publicly says, "There will be no Palestinian state on my watch." Netanyahu doesn't just command war, he ideologically supports ethnic domination. This isn't about defense. This is about power, land, and erasing a people. South Africa filed a genocide case at the International Court of Justice. ICC issued arrest warrants against Netanyahu for starvation as warfare intentional, attacks on civilians, persecution, and extermination, UN reports. 90% Gaza population displaced. 320,000 children at risk of malnutrition. Gaza's infrastructure deliberately and systematically destroyed. Genocide isn't just about bombs. It's about life-destroying conditions, cutting food, water, fuel, medicine, while bombing refugee camps. This is not collateral, this is calculated. Let's be honest, Netanyahu could never do this alone. He's backed by the United States, $17.9 billion in military aid, 2023 to 2024. Bunker busters, 155mm shells. GBU, bombs all used in Gaza. US flew 33% of all surveillance flights over. Gaza UNRWA funding cut during a famine. Europe, who claimed to be defenders of democracy, watched Gaza's collapse and chose politics over humanity. You call yourself defenders of liberty. Then, where were your voices when starving children were bombed at bread lines? This is not just Israel's war. This is a coalition of silence and sponsorship. In the Quran, Allah describes fire around Pharaoh. Indeed, Pharaoh exalted himself and divided the people into factions, oppressing a group among them, slaughtering their sons and letting their women live. Surah Al-Qasas 28-4. Today, that Pharaoh walks in a suit. He speaks English. He's applauded in parliaments, but his hands are soaked in the same blood. Prophet Muhammad said, "The most helpless among you is the one who cannot even make dua against oppression." Hadith. Netanyahu's crimes are not just crimes against Palestine. They are crimes against our Ummah. They are crimes against humanity. And Allah is not unaware. Do not think Allah is unaware of what the wrongdoers do. He only delays them to a day when eyes will stare in horror. Surah Ibrahim 14:42. This is not a war zone. This is planned annihilation. Indicator stat: dead 60,000 plus children. Killed 17,921 homes, destroyed 70%, hospitals down 57%, meds gone, malnutrition, deaths 154 plus children. Water contaminated 97%, Gaza displaced 90% population, aid convoys bombed, bread lines attacked, hospitals cut off from fuel. Even animals are not treated this way. So why do you accept this for humans? Are you a liberal? Are you a feminist? Are you a human rights activist? Then where are your voices now? You posted black squares for George Floyd. You painted flags for Ukraine. You changed bios for climate justice. But Gaza, you go silent. Silence is not neutral. Silence in the face of oppression is support for the oppressor. Prophet said, "Help your brother, whether he is oppressed or the oppressor." The Sahaba asked, "How can we help the oppressor?" He said, "By stopping him from doing oppression." So stop Netanyahu with your tongue, your pen, your vote, your wallet, your dua. If a generation stays silent while a people are erased, history won't forgive you. And Allah won't either unless you speak. Unless you stand. Speak out on your social media, in your mosques, in your schools. Boycott companies complicit in genocide. Pressure your governments to stop funding Israel's war machine. Make dua in every salah. Mention Gaza by name. Donate. Even a date in charity weighs mountains before Allah. This is not about being Palestinian. This is about being human. Is Netanyahu a modern Pharaoh? Should ICC arrest him? Are Western democracies truly just? Benjamin Netanyahu may never face justice in this DUNYA ... But in the court of Allah, no army, no government, no passport will protect him. Like this video. Share it. Subscribe, because your silence will echo louder than your words, and your voice might just save a life.